Hello, welcome student. You are watching physics on chapter 2, namely physical quantities and measurement. Okay. So first of all, let me introduce on measurement. You know very well, the measurement is very important in our daily life. Suppose if you go to a shop, you want to buy vegetables, then you can ask the shopkeeper to to purchase 1 kg of potato. If you want to go to tailor, then he measure a cloth to stitch a shirt. Then how much the cloth is required to prepare your shirt. So this means that he can say it requires 1.5 meter. Okay, for shirt. So in this way, so there are different unit for measuring different different length, mass, or maybe time too. Okay, so in each of these cases, the person uses an instrument. Suppose measuring tape, balance, weight, or thermometer. So thermometer, it is used to know used to measure the hotness or coldness of a body. Okay. So now, if the question is what do you mean by measurement? So we can say it is the method by which we determine the exact value of a quantity by comparing to known fixed quantity of the same kind. This means that we have to find out what unknown quantity how by comparing it to a known fixed quantity of the same unit. Okay, then it is said to be what? Measurement. So you must keep in mind on the measurement. Now there are two quantity, namely what? Physical quantity and physical quantity. So a quantity that can be measured is called what? Physical quantity. So there are two types of physical quantities, namely fundamental or basic physical quantities, and another one is the derived physical quantities. So fundamental physical quantities, they are not expressed in terms of other quantities. So there are 7 in all, say length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity, and amount of substance. But I am telling you that you are studying in class 6, so you have to know about the length, mass, time, and temperature. Okay. So now derived unit. So derived physical quantity means those quantities which derived from the basic physical quantity. As for example, suppose area of rectangle, you say its unit is meter square or centimeter square, volume centimeter cube, speed kilometer per hour. So these are the derived units because they came from here. They came from distance and time. So therefore we can say kilometer per hour. Area, volume, length into breadth. This means that length unit meter, breadth unit meter. So in this way it forms what? Meter square. Okay. So derived physical unit are derived from the basic physical quantities. So now let us know about the unit. So you know very well, when we measure a physical quantity by comparing it to a known fixed quantity. For example, suppose if you measure the length of a line using a scale or maybe a ruler with the length mark on it in centimeter. You know very well, in the meter rule scale, so there are the mark 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. In this way, they all marks are measured in centimeter. Okay. So a physical quantity that is used to measure a physical quantity of the same kind is called what? Unit. So in this way, in case of scale, the measurement is in centimeter. In case of thermometer, the measuring in Fahrenheit or centigrade. Okay. So the measurement of a physical quantity is written as a numerical followed by unit or maybe symbol. Suppose if my question is how many how far is your house from our school? Then you can say, sir, near about 2 kilometer. So 2 is the numerical and unit means what? Kilometer. So kilometer is the unit of length. Okay. So this means that we can write both magnitude and what? Unit. Okay. So now all the length, mass, time, temperature, they are all measured in what? Unit. Clear? So next is the non-standard and standard unit. So you know very well non-standard unit mean in the ancient time. So different part of body they are found naturally used to make the measurement. They are called what? Non-standard unit. As for example, suppose if you measure the bench, then you can use of what? Hand span. But our hand span is not the same measurement as your hand span. Okay. Moreover, foot, cubit, and what? And foot. Okay. So they are the non-standard unit. So some non-standard unit are still used today to make the rough estimate. Okay. So what is the most exact disadvantage for that? Because my measurement and your measurement is totally different, because the length of foot or hand are different from one person to another person. If you measure the length of a blackboard or maybe a cricket pitch, and your measurement and my measurement are what? Different. Okay. So this means that two people measuring the same length would be get different measurement. Okay. So in order to make the accurate measurement so that they do not vary, so we need unit that are convenient to use and they have what? Fixed value. So standard unit are fixed and convenient measure that remain the same wherever you go. How you are measured? So they are all of the same fixed value. Okay. So next is the system of unit. So in the earlier countries devise and use their own system of standard unit. So this created a lot of confusion among the people from all over the world. Okay. So therefore in 1960 the General Conference of the Weight and Measure recommended using a common system called International System of Unit or SI system. So there are 4 basic physical quantities in the SI system. What are the? Length, mass, time and temperature. And you must be keep in mind the SI unit of length is what? Meter. SI unit of mass is kilogram. The symbol is kg. SI unit of time is second. Symbol is S. And SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Symbol capital letter T or K. And whereas mass kg, I mentioned meter, kg, second, that unit should be written in small letter. Okay. So this is the SI unit. And other unit are FPS, F for foot, P for pound, S for what? Second system. CGS means centimeter, gram, second. Okay. MKS means meter, kilogram, second. So these are the different ones. Suppose in FPS system, the unit of length is foot. In case of mass, measurement is pound. Time is second. CGS centimeter, gram, second. Okay. MKS meter, kilogram and second. So this SI system is uniformly for the scientific measurement all over the world. Okay. So next is the multiple and submultiple of unit. And you know very well SI unit are maybe too large or maybe too small to use for a measurement. Suppose you know very well that